everybody, this is Mac OS X Tutorials video screencast number 2, and this time I'm going to have something more for the average user that, I don't know what I'm going to talk about all that is just useless, but, so I'm going to teach you how you make a zipped, a DMG file. So you don't have to download anything, that is the beauty of it. It's, just open up disk utility, and, one thing I want to note, when you do this, PC users cannot open them because it's a disk image. Now, there might be some type of hack or whatever, I don't know, patch for Windows that you can open up a disk image. I don't know. That's PC users' problem. Yeah, so I'm just going to go ahead. I don't really mean it like that. The best thing you can do is create a zip file, but if you're doing something for Mac users only, this is the way to go, because most Mac users are used to it. So what you want to do is choose new image, and I want to say this is my, and I'm going to give them the volume name, my DMG. And now the volume storage, you want to find whatever files you're going to have, add to it. So I'm adding these three right here. Okay, so I don't know how big they are. We'll get the info for them all. 144 kilobytes. So it's just about 24 kilobytes. So it's not very big. So, megabytes, I'm sorry. So it's, I don't really even need that. I'm just going to go into the 40 megabytes and, excuse me. I'm going to, you can add a password to it. I don't really want to add a password to this. It's not that useful for me. It won't help me. But, and then for the image format, I want this to be read and write disk. Now, we will make this a smaller file size later on. So, I'm just going to make a quick picture of this. Okay. And create this. And you'll notice we have our DMG. And it will automatically mount it so we have more DMG. Now, the reason I took the picture just a second ago was because I wanted to open it up and see them side by side. So the save as part right here was what you named the DMG, but the volume name, what you name right here, is what it's named when you mount it. It won't have the same name, so you can save this as install.dmg, and you can name this one as Mac OS X Tutorials Video Screencast. That's too long. Just Mac OS X Tutorials. So I could have done that, but I just kind of wanted to keep it simple. So just look at this. Do you get it? Good. So I'm going to delete that photo. Also, the way I took that picture, well, I could just drag as you press Shift, Command, 4, and you could just drag it wherever you want it. So, yeah, just how you take a picture. Or if you want to take a full screen picture, Shift, Command, 3, and that takes a full screen picture. So, enough with the little things. Back to the DMG. So, if I go ahead and open up these three files that I want to add, I'll just drag them over in here. And so we have these three files. Now, this is the cool thing. You've probably tested it. Like if I go to a random folder on my desktop, my entitled folder that has nothing in it, you can add custom background images or colors to your actual Finder windows. Well, you can do the exact same thing, and you've probably seen it done on when you download stuff. I think Firefox, most people do it where it has a custom background image, and I know, well, I always want to know how they did it, and it's because they used a disk image, and the disk image will save it exactly how you do it. So what I want to do is I want to make this window have a custom, like, no border and no sidebar and stuff. I just want this simple. This is the three files that you wanted. Here you go. And to do that, I'm going to create a new, I'm going to go to the show view options. I'm going to change the picture, and I want to choose just a basic picture that I made with my desktop background. It's 800 by 600 pixels, which is pretty big, and it's way too big for this. But, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. And then I want to select these three files, add a gray background, because that's my signature. And see, I have this gray background, and when I select text, it has the gray text and stuff. So, yeah. And I want to move these files closer to each other so you can't read their labels. And I'm going to put these 3 files in here, just like so, and move them over. So yeah, so that's what we did. And now when somebody downloads this DMG, they get this window exactly like it. So this is exactly what it will look like. So matter of fact, I could resize this window because it's going to add that little border, 3 items, 7 megabytes available. So next, what I want to show you is the disk image. It is a full 40 megabytes. Now that's not bad, but it is bad because this is all they wanted. So I've tested it. This is the second time I've done this tutorial, so I already know these numbers. If I take these 3 files and compress them, I get a 23.8 megabyte zipped file. But if I show you the technique next, I can make this disk image a 23.9 megabyte file. So not a big difference. So open up disk utility again and choose your disk image, your my.dmg. This will automatically find all your disk images. Simple enough. And choose convert it. And we want to save it as my again. Actually, I'll save this as tutorial. And I will save it. And it will create this disk image out of this disk image. And if we look at the tutorials one, it is 23.9 megabytes. And unmount it. And if I double click on this one, we get the my.dmg or my.dmg, and it is exactly how I set it up to be. And if I open up my.dmg, it should extract it or mount it, and if we look at it, it's exactly what it's supposed to be. So I'm going to unmount these 2, and we're done with it. And so that's how you make the disk image, the disk images. You'll probably be able to use these, no doubt, and so it's a lot of fun to send it to people. So goodbye.